Good morning. I'm John Ellsworth with Success Strategies Incorporated. I'm the founder of Success Strategies and the creator of what we call the Success Strategies Advantage. And today I'd like to talk to you about something that we should think about at the end of each year. First of all, yes, it is year end. But the bigger question is, what now? What's next for you? First of all, you've either made money in 2018 or you've lost money. And while that is significant, the most important thing to think about is what's next for you in your operation. I think it's imperative that we all ask that about our businesses as we get to the end of each year and as we approach the start of a new year. So the question is, do you plan to expand? Do you plan to shrink your business? Will you just change the model, your business model completely to find new ways to make revenue or net revenue? Or perhaps, as many people are thinking of in the dairy industry right now, do I get out completely? Do I get out 100%? All of these are crucial considerations for you, or for any business for that matter, as you approach 2019. This is how I handle this process. I like the process that's offered by Dan Sullivan, founder and president of the Strategic Coach organization, and they happen to be my business coach as well. Dan introduced a concept many years ago called the DOS concept, the DOS, and that stands for dangers, opportunities, and strengths. And so what we do, and I do this with all new clients that I add at Success Strategies, it's kind of a requirement that we have because we need to know where people are and where they want to go with their business. So I think it's important that we talk about, first of all, the dangers. What kind of challenges do they face? And it's not the end of the world that you have challenges. Shucks, we all have those in our business and our life. We had some challenges this morning just getting the camera to work, unfortunately. But thank goodness we are up and running, as you can see. So, but what are the dangers that you face? Are there challenges to overcome? As I said, it's not the end of the world that you have those, but it's imperative, it's absolutely critical that you have a way to overcome them, or at least a way that you've planned to overcome them. And you may have to fine-tune that and tweak that plan as you move forward, but I think it's important to be thinking about it. And remember, everything has challenges. If there was no risk, frankly, there would be no reward. There would be no prize at the end of the success pattern that you're working on. Number two, opportunities. What kind of positive changes does this proposal that you're putting together, which I'm assuming you'll show to your lender, because it probably requires some additional financing, what kind of opportunities, what kind of positive changes does it represent? You need to list those as well. And then the third item, the strengths, at a minimum, you're going to be selling your lender on the merits of this change, this process, this concept, this idea that you're trying to introduce. So you need to convince him or her that you have some strengths that will support this actually working out. In other words, do you have positive results from the past that you can fall back on and say, gee, look what happened when we did this, or this process, or another process? Do you have positive vendor relations? Have you kept your vendors paid as best as you possibly could, and kept them happy? Have you made wise decisions in the past? Could you look at your lender and say, gee whiz, remember what I did in 2016? This really worked out well. You just seem to have a unique ability to make these good decisions. And significantly, just as significantly, have you outlined your primary objectives as you enter 2019? If the answer to that is yes, then I say great, fabulous for you. But if no, I have to ask you a simple question. Why not? I cannot imagine entering a new year such as 2019 without these top objectives outlined. What they are, when they're going to happen, who's going to implement them, and what steps we have to take to get them done. Because as the old saying goes, if you don't know where you're going, just about any road will take you there. And that's not a good way to operate your business, believe me. So use this DOS guide, the dangers, opportunities, and strengths, as a guide, and then be sure to limit yourself to what I call your top 3 goals or objectives for the new year of 2019. The benefit of that is you delineate and focus on those top 3 things, and just as significantly, you won't get stretched too thin by having 10 different objectives that you're chasing at the same time. If you meet some of these objectives, say by April of 2019, then add a new one if you wish. But the important thing is to focus on these top 3 initially. And as you look at the various options, be sure to do some budgeting for them. And I think you'll be pleased if you go to successstrategies.com, success-strategies.com, you will find some new budgeting options, some budgeting tools for dairy operations, or any other business for that matter. There's 2 different formats there. And we're going to have some special pricing for those in early 2019. So look under our financial tools, check them out, and check out the special January pricing. I think you'll be pleased that you do. They, along with concepts like what we just talked about, planning for a new year, or the Dairy Revenue Protection Program we talked about in my previous video, the middle of December, are the kind of concepts we're going to cover in what I call our Success Strategies Mastermind groups in early 2019. Watch for those concepts we're going to introduce early next year, and I want you to be thinking about how you could potentially benefit by being around other producers, other business people, and using that to your advantage, as well as the stuff that I teach in those sessions as well. So again, I'm John Ellsworth, founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Advantage. I want to thank you for listening today. In fact, I want to thank you for listening throughout all of 2018 and look forward to providing you with additional videos in the new year. And at this point, I just want to wrap up by saying happy holidays to you and your family and friends, and I wish you the very best of success. Thank you very much.